So this is the OBDlink adapter for Android, and it can tell you the trouble codes that you have with your car. It also works with hybrid assistant, so it can generate a report on the health of your hybrid car. So this is what I use, check on the high voltage battery as well as the small 12-volt battery. Okay, so here's the situation with my son's 2009 Prius. You can see the red triangle of death. And then I got the trouble code from the OBD is U0100. Lost communication with ECM, so the electronic control module is not communicating. So what happened was someone stole the catalytic converter from the Prius, and when they did that, they cut the sensing wire to the oxygen sensor, and that's why the ECM wasn't communicating. So now there's legislation in New York to limit the sale of these catalytic converters. Let's check the resting voltage of the RAV4. So I just turned off the car maybe like 5 minutes ago. So the voltage of the car is 12.5. This is the report generated from Hybrid Assistant, and this is the high voltage battery information. This is, you click here. This shows the information on my son's Prius. His is like 13 or 12-year-old. This report was done in 21. So it shows the voltage of the 14 blocks, and say if you want to look at block 10, this would be this color. It's kind of difficult to look at, but you don't see any big spikes here, so it's all within this range. And if you come down here, this will make more sense, and this tells you the minimum and maximum and average voltage values. So you would be more concerned here if flags block number 9. So you use that as a base value. Every few months you might want to take a look at it and see if block 9 is the one that consistently gives you the lowest voltage. This is 15.1, and the highest block of the pack is 15.26. So when you're checking the voltage, you should be doing like a load test when you have your AC on. There's a whole sequence of doing that, but I don't believe you have to do that every time. You just have to, over time, look at a particular block, and you will know that block is having a problem. If it's 9 or 2 or 5 or whatever, if it's consistently low, then you have a problem. And this section here tells you where your problem is really of concern. So they take a sample, and if the voltage delta is at a minimal, so it will tell you 0.2, so one time. But if you keep getting 1.2 for many times, then you know your pack has a problem, because that's the maximum voltage between the highest block and the lowest block. So that shows one block is always performing at the minimum voltage, and one is, I guess the higher voltage would be good, and when you have a low voltage block, then that's not good.